Greetings, dear listeners, to the Destiny Tales channel. Our elders often teach us to choose our friends wisely and pick our homes carefully. Indeed, living among good neighbors makes life pleasant and peaceful. But imagine the exhaustion of dealing with neighbors who blast karaoke late into the night or squabble over crowing roosters. No wonder people say, better to buy a neighbor close by than rely on distant kin. Neighbors can be a lifeline, helping each other in times of need. Yet, if your neighbor and your spouse grow too close, that might bring its own kind of trouble. Today, Emily invites you to listen to a story by author Clara Stone, which seems to revolve around just such a neighborly situation. Please join us for this tale. In the quiet neighborhood of Willow Lane, a young couple, James and Lily, lived happily. James worked as an employee at a reputable company, earning a stable income. His wife, Lily, was a doctor at Riverside General Hospital, known for her beauty and approachable nature. Both under 30, their family life was warm and harmonious. They lived with James's parents, but there was no tension between Lily and her mother-in-law. Lily was not only stunning but also accomplished, the epitome of grace and talent. James beamed with pride whenever anyone mentioned his wife. Lily didn't mind his boasts, though she'd occasionally tease him not to overpraise her. James, an average man neither strikingly handsome nor wealthy, cherished his marriage deeply. He doted on Lily, showering her with affection and sweet words, truly in love with her. Next door lived an older man, Mr. Harold, about the age of James's father. A lonely retiree, Harold had lost his wife over a decade ago, before they could have children. Devastated, he never remarried. His modest home and savings were the fruits of years of hard work, ensuring a comfortable retirement. James's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, were fond of Harold. They often visited him to keep him company, especially since Mr. Thompson empathized with Harold's solitude. "Mom, look. Mr. Harold brought us some fruit," James said one morning. "He said he picked them from his garden yesterday. There's too much for him, so he shared with us." "All right, put them in the kitchen," Mrs. Thompson replied. "Eat breakfast first, then head to work. I'll peel the fruit later and store them in the fridge." "Where's Dad, Mom?" James asked. "He's out exercising. 3 mornings a week, he's off jogging," she said. "Lily's not eating with us?" "She's a bit tired, sleeping in," James replied. "I'll call her down later. She won't be late for work." "Help me set the table, James," Mrs. Thompson said. The two ate breakfast casually while Lily, upstairs, stirred from a long, exhausting night. She and James had been intimate the previous evening, leaving her drained. James, knowing she was tired, let her sleep in. Though he'd been enthusiastic, Lily hadn't felt the same spark. She sensed a growing disconnect, missing the excitement of their early years. Checking the clock, she sighed in relief. She wasn't late. After freshening up, she joined the family downstairs. Seeing James, his parents, and the lively breakfast chatter, Lily grabbed a plate and sat down. "Morning," she said. "Feeling okay?" James asked. "How was last night?" Mrs. Thompson, catching his playful tone, chuckled and looked away. Lily, embarrassed, nudged James. "Eat your breakfast. We'll talk later." James, oblivious to her discomfort, teased, "What? Shy now?" "Enough, James," Lily said, frowning. "Eat. We've got work soon." Chastened, James focused on his meal. As a doctor, Lily ate quickly, a habit from her demanding job. Though she started later, she finished at the same time as James. "Wait for me," he said. "I'll change, and we'll head out." James wore pajamas to breakfast, changing into work clothes afterward, unlike Lily, who dressed neatly before eating. Their differences sometimes made her wonder how they'd fallen in love. Soon, James drove her to the hospital, kissing her goodbye. colleagues, used to their affection, envied their happy marriage. Lily smiled politely at their compliments and began her day. Her first patient was none other than Mr. Harold. "You work in this ward?" he said, surprised. "I knew you were a doctor, but not here." Harold sat, his eyes lingering on Lily. Her beauty captivated him, as it had since she and James moved nearby. "How are you feeling, Mr. Harold? What brought you in?" Lily asked, treating him like any patient. "I've been dizzy lately, with chest pain and shortness of breath," he said. "Is it serious?" After reviewing his chart, Lily said, "It looks like high blood pressure. It's common in older adults, often due to age or diet. It's manageable with medication, exercise, and a healthy diet. No alcohol, and don't stress too much." Harold nodded, though his attention was on Lily's vibrant lips, expressive eyes, and radiant presence. He'd been drawn to her beauty from the moment they became neighbors, helping the couple partly because of his affection for her. "I understand," he said. "Thanks, Lily. If I forget how to take the meds, I'll stop by your place." "Of course," she replied, smiling. "It's nice having a doctor next door, right?" Harold left with his prescription, though in truth, he wasn't ill. He'd come to see Lily in her scrubs, admiring her professionalism and charm. At home, he looked at the pills, plotting to use them as an excuse to visit her. That evening, James took Lily to a fancy restaurant instead of home. He'd planned a special night, hoping to rekindle their spark. Lily, though surprised, felt indifferent. The meal was fine, but she preferred the warmth of home-cooked dinners with family. James, however, was thrilled, ordering her favorite dishes. "Try this," he said, placing food in her bowl. "This place is great." "It's good," Lily said, forcing a smile. "But we don't need to eat out. Mom's cooking is just as nice, and it's cozier at home." James, undeterred, kept the conversation lively, but Lily's responses were curt. She couldn't pinpoint when she'd stopped enjoying his company. Though he was kind and attentive, she felt bored, as if his charm had faded. At the hospital, Lily's afternoons were hectic, with patients flooding in. A young colleague, Mark, handed her coffee. "You look exhausted, Dr. Lily. It's crazy today." "Thanks," she said, sipping. "That's the job. You'll get used to it." As they chatted, Harold appeared. "Back so soon?" Lily asked. "I'm here for my nephew," he said. "He broke his leg. His parents are away, so I brought him. It's busy here, so I got you some food." Lily smiled at the gesture. "Thank you, Mr. Harold. You didn't have to." "It's nothing," he said. "Eat with your colleague. We're practically family." Mark teased, "Everyone loves you, Dr. Lily. Even the neighbors." "He's just kind to everyone," Lily said, brushing it off. She shared the food, grateful for Harold's thoughtfulness. Later, she checked on his nephew, whose leg was bandaged. "He'll be fine," she told Harold. "Just keep the wound clean." As Harold left with his nephew, Lily watched him, feeling an odd connection. His tall, cheerful demeanor intrigued her, more than James's presence did lately. Days later, James announced a business trip to Chicago. "Mom, Dad, look after Lily for me," he said. "She's not going anywhere," Mr. Thompson laughed. "You act like she'll run off." Lily smiled, but James's absence brought unexpected relief. That evening, the Thompsons hosted a lively dinner, inviting Harold. Lily, recalling his high blood pressure, brought out soda instead of beer. "Mr. Harold was at the hospital recently," she told her mother-in-law. "He's got high blood pressure, so no alcohol." "Good call," Mrs. Thompson said. "Soda it is." At dinner, Harold and Mr. Thompson chatted animatedly. Lily served soda, explaining to her father-in-law, "Alcohol's not good for Mr. Harold's health." Harold, touched by her care, said, "You doctors know best. Soda's fine." The meal was festive, with the Thompsons toasting Harold's presence. Lily noticed Harold peeling shrimp for her, a small but thoughtful act. When Mrs. Thompson asked if he'd consider remarrying, Harold demurred, glancing at Lily. "I'm too old for that," he said. "60's not exactly prime dating age." "Nonsense," Lily said. "You're still strong and charming. Someone might like you." The Thompsons offered to set him up, but Harold declined, saying he trusted fate. After dinner, as Lily cleared the table, Harold helped. Their eyes met, and he gently held her hand. "Let me help," he said, his voice warm. Lily felt a spark, stronger than anything she'd felt with James recently. Harold's touch lingered, and she didn't pull away. Emboldened, he stepped closer, his hand grazing her waist. Lily, caught in the moment, smiled. "Your face isn't dirty," she teased. "I just find this funny." "Be serious," Harold said, his eyes intense. "Come to my place. It's more private." Pretending he was dizzy, Harold leaned on her, and Lily played along, helping him home. Once inside, the pretense dropped. Harold, shirtless, revealed a rugged physique that outshone James's softer frame. Lily, drawn to his strength, admitted, "You're stronger than my husband." "Too late to notice now," Harold teased. "But I'm glad you see it." Their attraction ignited, and they gave in to passion. Afterward, Harold asked, "What do you think of old men like me now?" "You're no old man," Lily laughed. "You're better than my husband." They agreed to continue their secret affair, thrilled by the forbidden connection. For weeks, they met discreetly, unable to resist each other. Lily saw Harold as her true match, while James became a mere symbol of her marriage. But one day, at a hotel, Lily left abruptly, her enthusiasm waning. Back at the hospital, she pondered why Harold no longer excited her. The thrill had faded, leaving her confused. That evening, James suggested a Sunday outing. "We haven't gone out in ages," he said. "Sounds nice," Lily agreed, though her heart was tangled. At the park, they watched a young family, a couple with a playful daughter. James's longing gaze stirred Lily. "They look so happy," he said. "I want that for us. A child." Lily softened. "Maybe soon. We're both busy, but we'll plan." "I know work's heavy," James said. "But let's make time for each other. I want us to be like when we first married." His sincerity pierced her guilt. That night, as he dried her hair, Lily saw his kindness anew. She'd been reckless, chasing fleeting thrills with Harold. James was steady, loyal, flawless in his devotion. "Thank you," she whispered. "No need to thank me," he said, kissing her cheek. "I'll do this more often." In bed, they talked openly, bridging the distance of recent months. Lily regretted her affair, while James vowed to rekindle their love. The next morning, she found him cooking breakfast, his effort melting her lingering doubts. "Try this," he said, beaming. "It's delicious," she said, savoring the taste of family. He drove her to work, and she felt a renewed warmth, clinging to him on the ride. That day, Lily met Harold at a cafe. "We need to end this," she said. "I want to focus on my marriage." Harold, stunned, asked for a reason. "I can't live with two men," she said. "James is my true happiness. What we had was temporary." "I'm sorry." Harold nodded, masking his pain. "I understand. Be happy with James." Lily paid for their drinks and left, resolute. Harold, sipping his coffee, accepted his role as a fleeting shadow in her life. Back home, Lily and James laughed and cooked together, their bond stronger than ever. Dear listeners, after her whirlwind of passion, Lily found clarity and returned to her devoted husband. As the saying goes, a marriage stays fresh when love feels new. Keeping that spark alive ensures lasting happiness. Thank you for listening. Until next time, farewell.